Hey guys, my name's Elizabeth, and today we're going to be talking about how I saved $20,000 before I turned 18. Let's do it. The first thing is I started working and I started starting businesses. I started having different jobs like babysitting or dog sitting, or I created different businesses where I actually made a little bit of money, etc. And I put that money aside. And so that was a super, super helpful thing. So start getting income. If you can get income, it also gives you skills, experience. It helps you show up on time. It helps you learn different things. It helps you provide and start taking care of yourself. But that is one thing that I did. I started to get a job and then I had more money because I made money. Number two, I actually saved and put aside any birthday money that I got or gifts that I got, and I would actually put it in the bank account. I loved it. I saw it as a game and I was like, ooh, I got a check, yay. How can I invest this and get more money to take care of myself? And so for some reason, I always had this mindset and wanted to build wealth and wanted to build that. I definitely just put it in my savings account, unfortunately. And I started some of this when I was like 12 years old. And so I wish that I invested it. So if you are young or wherever you're at in your journey, definitely think about investing it, and I have lots of videos on my channel. But if I would have invested it, I'm going to do a video about that actually, how much money I would have if I invested the money or if I started sooner. But definitely, if you get extra money, and I will say I was fortunate to do so. So number three, I also had parents that did help with things. So I know a lot of people don't have parents that helped with things, right? They didn't help with that. And they said, hey, you have to go pay for all of this. You have to go pay for all of this. And now I did have that. And so I'm super blessed, and I definitely understand and appreciate the situation I was in. And so I acknowledge that. So I want to put that out there too, because that is definitely part of it. Because you could be making money, but then you have to spend all of it, right? But I could have still spent all of it. I could have still gone and bought extra things for myself or done other things or gone out or whatever. But I chose instead to put that money aside. So it definitely helped having people support me, and not everyone gets people who send them a check in the mail or something for their birthday or for Christmas or whatever. And so I totally acknowledge that, but that was something that helped. And I decided to put it away for my future and for something that I would want later on in life. Right. So a cool thing about this is I didn't know, I hadn't read financial books, and we didn't really talk about it a lot when I was growing up. But I paid myself first. And so this is a key principle that they talk about with building wealth, is you pay yourself first. And so if you make $500, you pay yourself some of that first, and then you can go spend on bills or fun things or whatever. And so that was a key principle. If you make $10,000, you want to put some of that aside. And now they say that the more you put aside, the more money you have to invest, the more money then therefore you will make, etc. And then your money's going to grow for you. So I want you to think about that. If you are doing that, great. Like that was something that kind of came naturally to me. And like I said, it was part of my situation, but it also was a part of me that I wanted to put that money aside, and I just did that. And so if you're like that, great. But if you're not, maybe start thinking about how can you, whenever you get money in, where can you put it and invest it so that it is working for you and so that you're taking care of you first. Don't just go pay your bills first, right? Don't go pay everybody else. Don't go buy all these things first. Pay yourself first, and then you can go to other people. Okay, so if you're interested, I'm actually going to show on the screen right now what would happen. Say I had $1,000 every single year. And what would happen if I invested $1,000 every single year from the time I was, let's just say 12, and I started working or babysitting, and I was able to make $1,000 a year, $1,000 from 12 for about 30 years. And then look, we have about 40 years, 50 years. Look at the growth there. That is huge, right? And it's just $1,000 every single year. And probably I will make more eventually, but it's just showing you the power of putting money aside and investing your money and starting early. And so that is one thing. I started saving early. And so even though I did not invest my money, I started putting it aside early. I didn't just start when I was 16, or I didn't start when I was 18 or 22. I started early, and I kick myself because I didn't invest, but it's okay. The best time to start was back then, but the second best time is right now. And so if you're in that situation and you didn't start investing when you wish you would have, that's okay. Start investing now. If you're young and you have the money, go ahead and put a little bit aside. Some people might say, hey, Elizabeth, that's great. That's cool. That theory or that concept sounds good to me, but I don't have money. I don't make money. Start thinking about how you can make money. Also, maybe you're like, I make money, but I don't have enough to put aside. Start putting aside even $5, $10, $15 and see. You would be surprised. Look at your budget. Look at what you spend things on. You might be able to put a little bit more aside than you think. And so start thinking about that. That's a little challenge for you. And I hope that helps you in your financial journey and in your life. Right, so those were a couple of ways that I was able to save $20,000 before turning 18. You got to get those jobs. You have to pay yourself first. You have to put the money aside. If you are fortunate enough to get more money or to get support, don't just blow that away. Take advantage of that gift and that opportunity and see how you can grow your money and what to do with it. To take it a step further, don't just pay yourself first and save your money. Put it in an investment account. Put it in the S&P 500. Put it in a low-cost index fund. Do your own research and see what works best for you. But start investing it. You want your money to work for you, right? And so instead of just sitting in the bank, it gets to chill and relax and do nothing. Instead, you want to put it to work and invest it, and it's going to grow and compound for you. The earlier you start, the more money you will get. And I can show a chart of Warren Buffett and how much his wealth has grown over time. And it's typically the last 5, 10, 15 years for him. His wealth has just shot up because of all of that compound interest. And so if you want a video on compound interest, I do have some on my channel, but I'm happy to do more. If you have any questions, let me know. How do you save money? What do you do? Start getting creative, start thinking. I know there's a lot of responsibilities when you are young in school, and I definitely was involved in so many extracurriculars and in my school and that type of thing. But if you can start thinking about money, or at least start putting a little bit aside, it will help you set a good foundation for yourself. So thanks so much for being here. If you like this video, feel free to give this a thumbs up, share with a friend, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Keep learning, working, and growing. You've got this. I believe in you. Believe in you too. Bye, guys.